Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Here we go, boy. Hey, 52. Hot, we're good. Hey, we're good.
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete to open things up. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the air on second down. It's Keenum. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Hey, let's go. Yeah, we're good.
On second down, here's Keenum. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
Let's go. Hey, Jam. Hey, 52.
First carry for Royce Freeman. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Freeman again, a first down carry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now it's Keenum. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Let's go. Hey, let's go.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now it's Hines. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is 3rd down. They run with Hines. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Let's go, let's go.
Working from the gun, Keenum. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll push his way through. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Hurry. Let's go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jonathan Allen continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. On 2nd down, Trubisky to Barkley on the check down. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Gotta go, gotta go. Red, up. Red, up.
Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. Fighting through it, he's got space. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Well, those Giant fans, you know that they love seeing Saquon Barkley wearing their jersey, but it's interesting. He actually grew up a Jets fan.
Yeah, I wonder what his dad was thinking. What Big Al was thinking on draft night. Had to be so happy for his son. But they grew up watching Jets games. Just sit together, watch it. In fact, Dad has a Jets tattoo.
Yes.
Okay, so that tells you about how much he loves that team. You think Saquon's going to fix that and make it a Giants tattoo?
Yeah, he wants to make that a Giants tattoo. That family, though, they fully converted. They're supporting the G-men.
Come on, gotta go. Hey, 18. Hey, gotta go. I got him, on me.
On first down, Trubisky. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On second down, here's Barkley. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
There you go. You see it?
A first down carry for Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Gotta go. Blue.
Again, it's Barkley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On third down, Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over. He's got a man complete. The 20. And he'll take it down deep into Tennessee territory. A huge play there for Houston. 61 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. To throw on second down is Keenan. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 14-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive. Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
18.
Again on second and 10, it's Trubisky. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Solomon Thomas in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Red, up. Blue.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And Hill with it over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Derek Barnett in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Red, up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Trubisky to throw. And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now 4th down coming up.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, gotta go.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Red, up. Red, up. Blue.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Keenum. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Boswell's kick is good. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
18. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Red, up.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Red, up. Blue.
Here's Trubisky. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Texans offense now readying for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Let's go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Roy Miller in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Out come the Titans now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Gotta go, gotta go.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard. 3rd down here.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hey. 18.
Trubisky to throw again. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Derek Barnett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
18. Hey, gotta go.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And going deep for Hill. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall.
Very left. 52, here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give the tackle to Tease Tabor that time.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Keenum. Buying time to his left. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 23. This is Hines. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Take 52 and 55, 52.
They run again with Hines. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Take 52. Yeah, we're good.
Back now in Nashville. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Aqib Talib. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
18.
Now Trubisky to throw. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. 23 yards on the play. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown.
Now Trubisky lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
Roger. Hit up the high. Wait, 20. Very left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Go, go. Just run. Just run. Let's go, let's go.
Now it's Keenum. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Josh Jones. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go. 18, 18. Hey,
Now Trubisky on first down. And going deep for Hill. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And that takes us from second to third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Titans on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that's incomplete. Jamar Taylor there on the coverage.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, 18, 18, 18. 18, 18.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On first down, Trubisky. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trubisky will throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Go.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Go.
Here we go with Lacey. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They tried to pound at him with Lacey. He comes up short, and this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Roger.
They begin the drive with Hines. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. It's Roy Miller that brought him down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
The Texans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. It's taken to the 26. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, 18.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Malik Hooker, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. To his knee goes Keenum, and that should be the ball game.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Texans, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Nashville.